Before I begin this video, I want to tell you that I don't have this unit. My Wimite and Summon ticket stores are still drained from the Galaxy banner. Fortunately, my friend managed to get Curran and has allowed me to get some footage from her Chinese account. So, without further ado, let's proceed to the video. Yukata Curran is a permanent 5-star light dagger inquisitor, which is an unexpected combination for this character. He debuted in the recent Summer Onslaught event, which is the 5th summer event for this year. As a 5-star light dagger, he has to compete with Mitsuhide for the top spot. When compared to his Japanese counterpart, he has a unique wall bouncing mechanic for one of his skills. Let's look into his kit in further detail and find out how he stacks up against the current top light dagger unit. Ricochet bolts creates 3 projectiles that can bounce off walls. Each one lasts for 3 seconds and is able to damage enemies every 0.5 seconds with 6 hits of 110% damage at maximum. Interestingly, if multiple projectiles hit the same enemy, the damage output decreases, with the third projectile seemingly deal negligible damage to the same opponent. Additionally, if his skill 2 is active, he creates 5 projectiles, with their initial damage being 121% damage plus paralysis. When using it myself, I'm impressed with the range, as the attack covers nearly the whole battlefield. This skill is great for attacking many enemies, but isn't that great when fighting small single enemies. Before I forget, this skill costs 4512 SP, which is quite expensive, and takes some time to activate even with his increased attack rate for being a dagger unit. Maskable Faith costs 7896 SP, and activates Maskable Faith mode. If this skill is activated again, while the special mode is still active, the skill deals 2700% damage at maximum and inflicts stun. This skill requires his HP to be at least 50% to activate, and will be cancelled if his HP drops below 30%. The special mode is the core of his kit, and must be maintained as long as possible. The damage dealing variant has very good damage in stuns, though the cost is a bit high. The HP requirement requires Curran to maintain his HP at the best of his ability by dodging or having some healing/defensive shared skills to boost his survivability. His crit rate buff is a dagger standard, while his Chainco ability is actually pretty decent, but too bad it doesn't stack with energy level. Putting aside his 100% poison resist, which may come in handy with the upcoming Tartarus stages, his other 2 abilities center around energy. The first one grants him an energy level every time his skill 1 gets 10 combos, while his second one buffs his strength and crit rate for each energy level, with a maximum of 20% strength and 8% crit rate buffs. His energy abilities have good synergy, but to utilize the abilities, his skill 1 must be activated when his special mode is active, as it will have a greater chance to hit enemies more. His abilities are good, and the proc chance is high as the range of his skill 1 is absurd, but there were moments when I couldn't get any energy buffs at all, due to fucking RNG. With his energy abilities centered around his skill 1, quick activation of skill 1 is crucial. The HP threshold also requires him to have good survivability or good reflexes. Hence, I would recommend skill haste and any defense/HP buffing abilities. Skill damage is good, and Punisher abilities for stun and paralysis are great on him as well. For his dragon, Taishan Gongzu is preferred for her skill haste, while Cupid is a decent alternative. For his weapon, of course the Agito dagger when it's released. For now the High Jupiter and Chimera Tech daggers would do. For his Wimprints, here are the applicable Wimprints, though I highly recommend these 2 for buffing his skill haste and damage towards paralyzed and stunned foes. Yukata Curran is an interesting unit with emphasis on his special effect and skill energy synergy. When played right, he is certainly one of the top light dagger units in game, on par with the lazy Mickey Mouse. Now go out there and wonder, why didn't Yukata Lafna get her own unit form? Perhaps we'll see it next year. That's all from me. Moga out.